Welcome to Folktales of Africa. Today's story is about Zuberi and the magical tree. Once upon a time, in a quiet village named Kalandria, there lived a young girl named Zuberi. She lived with her uncle Musa, who was married to a wicked woman named Naomi. Naomi treated Zuberi very poorly and made her do all the chores in the house when her uncle was away to the farm. When her uncle came back, she would pretend to be nice to Zuberi. So when Zuberi tried to tell her uncle what her aunt Naomi did to her, he did not believe her because every time he saw his wife, she treated Zuberi nicely. One day, Naomi sent Zuberi to the market to get some goods while her children were playing around. That day, Zuberi washed all the plates, clothes, mopped the house, and overworked herself to tiredness. Then Naomi sent her off to the market to get some goods while she had not eaten for the day. Zuberi was so hungry and unhappy. On her way, she noticed this big, majestic tree. It stood tall and majestic, with leaves that shimmered like a precious gem, and its branches seemed to reach out as if inviting Zuberi to come closer. Intrigued, she approached the tree. Then, she sat beneath this huge tree and started crying. The tree moved its branches and offered her some fruits. This surprised her as she jumped right up and looked at the tree. The tree then assured her that it meant not to frighten her, but was moved by her tears. The tree asked her to eat some fruit since she was hungry, and told her to go do her errands for her aunt Naomi and come back when she was free. Zuberi ran off to the market and bought all that her aunt sent her to buy. She quickly returned home, did all her chores, and then returned back to see this tree. This time, when she got to the tree was still and did not move. She wondered what was different about the tree. Then she had a nudge to rub her palm against the tree, and when she did that, the tree came to life, and then she stepped back. The tree leaves rustled softly, and a melodious voice echoed through the forest. "Greetings, Zuberi," the tree said. "I am the guardian tree, the protector of ancient knowledge and magic. Only those with a pure heart and an earnest desire for wisdom may come closer." Zuberi's eyes widened with wonder and excitement. She knew she possessed a pure and kind heart, and she also had a taste for knowledge. With courage in her heart, she stepped a bit closer to the magical tree. The tree acknowledged her bravery and extended a slender branch, offering Zuberi a single radiant leaf. "This is the leaf of life. This is the leaf of the tree of wisdom," the tree explained. "Consume it, and you shall gain an insight into the secret of the world." Without hesitation, Zuberi accepted the leaf and consumed it. In that moment, she felt a surge of energy coursing through her vein, and her mind was filled with visions and revelations. The world around her seemed to come alive with a tapestry of interconnectedness, and she saw the beauty in every living being and element. With newfound wisdom and a heart brimming with gratitude, Zuberi found she could summon the gentle rain to nourish the earth. She could coax plants to grow and bloom, and she could heal wounded creatures of the forest. She realized that the key had given her a gift, a wonderful gift that could bring back life, and she was now connected to the essence of life. Zuberi thanked the tree and went back home, grateful for the gift. She kept quiet and never told anyone about it. At home, her auntie Naomi continued to be unkind to Zuberi, but Zuberi endured. As weeks turned into years, Zuberi became a young woman. Zuberi continued to bear the burden of her aunt's mistreatment. However, the gift from the guardian tree served as a source of strength and solace for her. Whenever she felt unhappy and overwhelmed, she would sneak away to the magical tree, where she could freely tap into her newfound power and find comfort in the tranquil presence of the guardian tree. As time passed, Zuberi's ability grew, and she became more skilled in using her magical powers to help those in need secretly. She mended the village crops during drought season, healed injured animals, and brought smiles to children's faces and to everyone in the village. All her acts of kindness were done discreetly, for she feared that if her aunt discovered her power, she would use it for her selfish gain and bring more trouble to the village. One day, a group of villagers were discussing among themselves. They said they noticed that something strange was going on in their village and that everything bad suddenly turned good, and they wondered who was responsible for this. And so they decided to call this mysterious person the Enchantress. Amidst the praises, Zuberi remained humbled and continued to hide her true identity. She knew that revealing her power could endanger not just her, but her entire village. But in the village, there was this young man named Jaro. He was determined to uncover the truth. Jaro had witnessed some of the magical acts and became intrigued by the forest enchantress. Driven by curiosity, he decided to follow her one evening. Then, one day, he noticed that Zuberi was going back to that place where she always goes to, and decided to follow her that evening. When Zuberi got to the tree, she did her usual thing, to speak to the tree and perform her little magic. Then, she sensed a presence around her, and then she turned around. She saw Jaro peeping from behind the bush. Fearful of what he might do, she hurried quickly to him to explain before he could spread the truth to everyone in the village. Then she said, "Please, do not tell anyone about this. I do all this as an act of kindness in secret, and if my aunt finds out, it will be dangerous for everyone." To her surprise, Jaro smiled warmly and said, "I won't tell anyone, I promise. I just want to understand your power and perhaps learn how to use them for good the same way you do." Touched by his sincerity, Zuberi agreed to share some of her knowledge with Jaro. She taught him the importance of using magic responsibly and the need to safeguard the village from those who might misuse it. Over time, Zuberi and Jaro became close friends and trusted allies. Together, they quietly continued to use their magical gifts to help the village and its inhabitants. They shared a common purpose: to protect their village, Calandria, and bring happiness to those who cared about it. As they worked together, their bond between them grew stronger, and they found solace in each other's company. Berry was no longer afraid that she was alone in her struggle, for she had found a true friend in Jaro. Their partnership brought a glimmer of hope to the village, and even in the midst of challenges that they faced, they grew stronger. And so, the tale of the forest enchantress and her young apprentice became intertwined with the legend of the guardian tree and the magical tree gift. The lesson in this story is: finding strength in challenging times can come from connecting with nature and inner resilience. Power should be used responsibly and for the greater good, considering the impact on others. Acts of kindness can create positive changes even in challenging circumstances. Lastly, genuine friendship offers support, trust, and understanding, helping to overcome obstacles and enrich our life's journey. If you enjoyed this story, please share, like, and subscribe to our channel, as this will help us grow our channel. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. We will see you in part 2 of this story, which is titled The Rise of Darkness. Until the next story, bye.